In this video, we're looking at the HP Omen Max 16 versus the ASUS ProArt P16. Two very different laptops, but both capable of serving the creator's needs. However, are you looking for ultimate, complete, throw yourself off of a cliff performance, or are you looking for something more balanced with a pen-compatible display, a thin and light chassis? An RTX 5090 at 130 watts of maximum graphics power versus 175 watts of maximum graphics power. You're looking for a display that has a 240 pixel density. So it's gonna be one of the sharpest color accurate displays on the market, and it's pen compatible, and it's 120 Hertz, all right? So that's everything we're looking at here today. We're gonna talk about the differences. We're gonna look at thermals, performance, and usability of each of these laptops and help you make the right decision for your needs. Now, first and foremost, let's take an overall tour of the chassis, and then we'll dive into the performance and usability of each one. Now, as you can see right off the bat, the thickness and the form factor, you can look at from the front camera for the thickness, top camera for the extra form factor you're getting on the back end here. You can definitely tell that the ASUS ProArt P16 is a far more thin and light travel-friendly laptop, both 16-inch models. You can see the weight and thickness coming up on the screen now for both of these devices. However, they're both going to be able to accomplish great video editing, and they're going to give you incredible performance. However, one is going to be a little bit more on-the-go friendly with battery, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Now, going ahead and flip these two devices over, you can see we have a little RGB here on the front panel for the HP Omen. No flashy RGB here for the ASUS ProArt P16. But as you can see, you have pretty similar appearances in the bottom. We have some downward facing speakers on the Omen and the P16, however, we have some upward facing on the P16. We have the vents, which we have fan, a little bit a glimpse at the thermals, vapor chamber here, and then we have fan, and then vapor chamber as well. A little extra ventilation here along the back, and then of course you have a vent coming out of the back side of both laptops. Now, one of the big differences here on these two laptops, as you can pull up on the side, we have vents along both sides of the HP Omen. We do not have that for the P16, but let's go ahead and take a look at the ports. We have our power adapter, HDMI, USB-C, USB-A, and headphone jack, two Thunderbolt 4 ports, headphone jack. Now go ahead and flip to the back side of the laptop, and I'll flip this laptop over. HP Omen backside, HDMI, USB Type-A, network port, and our power adapter. Now going ahead and flipping the laptop over to the other side, another vent for the HP Omen, and then we have USB-A for the HP Omen. SD card reader, USB-A, USB-C for the P16. So the SD card reader is a big advantage on the P16 for sure for creators, especially if you're photography or you're using a camera that uses SD cards and you're a videographer. But overall, if you're looking for a more on-the-go friendly form factor, the P16 is definitely going to be the way to go. Now let's talk about the battery life. We've been speaking of on the go. For the P16, we get about 7 hours of battery life for streaming video playback and pass mark productivity. For the HP Omen, we get just about 6 hours, and that's going to be like the best possible battery life, turning the GPU off, iGPU mode. So we're definitely gonna get far better battery life out of the P16. About 3 hours for Photoshop and just over 2 hours for Premiere Pro playback versus the P16 at 4 hours for Photoshop and then 2 hours and 58 minutes for Premiere Pro playback. So Premiere Pro Playback was actually pretty close for these two devices. But overall, if you're just using this device on your daily to do productivity, the P16 is going to be the way to go. Now let's take a look at the thermals. This is something that I was curious about since we do have a thicker form factor on the HP Omen Max. Now for performance mode, you can see we have 62 to 64 decibels of fan noise, compared to the ASUS ProArt P16 on performance mode, we have 74 to 82 degrees Celsius on the CPU. Just off of that initial performance mode, you can see that the HP Omen definitely manages thermals a little better because of the thicker form factor. So that's something to be considered. If you're looking for more performance overall, like that's your goal. You're not looking for the pen compatible screen. You're not looking for more color accuracy and higher resolution screen with a higher pixel density, and you don't care about the ASUS dial or a thin laptop or an SD card reader, then yeah, it's gonna make sense to get the gaming laptop to get full performance just off of these two things. But again, I'm trying to help you understand what you're getting here for these two differences. All right, now let's go ahead and get the laptops open. We're gonna jump into the performance benchmarks in just a little bit. I'm gonna do an open and close test with one hand. You can see laptops open and close smoothly with both hands. And let's go ahead and check out that screen flex. Nice rigid top cover on the P16 and pretty close to the same amount of rigidity for the HP Omen. Now let's check out the screen bounce. Honestly, very close. It's curious, the P16 bounces a little bit more. Okay, the next thing I want to take a look at, we're going to slide these two devices around and check out the keyboards. Now, if you're somebody who wants a numpad, then you definitely want to check out the HP Omen Max because the P16 doesn't have one. But one of the things that I'm going to say about the HP Omen Max, it has one of my favorite keyboards for the past couple of years, especially if I'm looking for a fun keyboard. Now, if I'm going professional, the P16 is definitely the more professional keyboard. But I love how bright and tactile this keyboard is. It has nice, firm, snappy key press. The keys have a nice spacing around them. They're easy to press, full-size shift key. It's just a great keyboard, especially if you're somebody who's interested in a numpad. Now, the keyboard on the P16 is much more of a professional style keyboard. Instead of making the main part of the key black and then having the translucence around the key and having them almost touch, you have full separation here on the P16. Great medium key travel, quiet as well. Both are great keyboards but have different looks and of course feels. Now, going ahead and looking at the trackpad, this is where we really start to separate things. You can see we have a smaller trackpad and a little bit louder on the HP Omen Max versus the P16. More subdued trackpad, large trackpad, feels great under my fingers. And of course you see here, we have the ASUS ProArt dial. Now for the ASUS ProArt dial, I know a lot of people love this thing. A lot of people don't really find much use for it. I have made full videos on the ASUS ProArt dial. So if you're somebody who really wants to know how I feel about it, wants to know the features and the benefits of the ASUS ProArt dial, I will link up some videos here or at the end cards, and you can check out a video where I looked at the past 3 years of the ASUS dial and pulled in my thoughts on this one versus the past versus what I think of it now and everything in between. So that'll help you cover. I don't want to just repeat myself here on this video. Now, speaking of unique features that are not found on the HP Omen, we have the pen compatible screen. You can use the ASUS Pen 2.0 for this screen, and it has fantastic touch sensitivity with that pen. Really nice strokes. You can do thin lines and thick lines. The sensitivity is really nice for this. And it's a 4K display. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the displays here just to check out the main difference. So for the HP Omen Max, we have 388 nits of screen brightness at 100% sRGB, 97% Adobe RGB, and 99% DCI-P3 at a delta E of 0.74. Now remember that 0.74. Now, it is a 2560 by 1600 display at 240 Hertz. This is an OLED display. So, keep in mind, it is a color accurate display. It does have a low delta E, and delta E is the accuracy at which the color gamut range is reproduced. So you have a range of colors that the screen can reproduce, and then you have the delta E, which is the accuracy at which that range is reproduced. A 0.74 is absolutely stellar. And that means that it's very accurate at reproducing the screens. So this makes a great creator laptop, okay? Now let's go ahead and move on to the P16. This has a brand new panel for 2025. A lot of really neat details that they've put into this panel in 2025. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, it's a 4K panel, 3840 by 2400 at 120 Hertz at a 0.2 millisecond response time. So it's one of the faster, or maybe one of the fastest 120 Hertz refresh rate panels. Now, the peak brightness is 1600 nits, just like the peak brightness, I believe, on the HP Omen is around 1000 nits, 800 to 1000. But the average brightness when I tested it was about 459 nits of brightness. Now it has a 100% sRGB, 97% Adobe RGB, and 99% DCI-P3 at a delta E of 0.93. It's actually slightly less color accurate, which is very interesting. The Omen got a 0.74. Now, another thing that I want to point out with these two devices is the pixel density on the P16 is 240 plus pixel density. Basically what that means is when the pixels are assembled on the display, the closer they are together, the higher the pixel density, the sharper the image. And so though they're both 4K OLED panels, the pixel density on the P16 is going to be far sharper, especially when zooming in on objects and having it really close, than the HP Omen Max. Now, pixel density, to give you an example of, like, let's imagine a billboard in Times Square. A billboard in Times Square is going to have a pixel density of possibly around 6, because the pixels can be spread apart, because when you're viewing that image from, 100 yards away, 200 yards away, it can have a loose pixel density and it still looks like a sharp image. If you were to get up on that display this close, you'd literally be able to see the individual pixel modules. So that's the difference we're seeing here, is the ProArt display is one of the best displays on any laptop in 2025 from a sharpness and pixel density standpoint. So absolutely incredible. Now also, we have a new anti-reflective coating that's been put on the P16, and it is a noticeable difference between other laptops. So you can see the difference in the light. It's much brighter, it's much clearer, you can see it better. So that, as you can show, that anti-reflective coating on the new P16 is really helping to cut down on that glare of reflection on the screen. Especially like when you see yourself or you see the keyboard, that's much more obvious on the HP Omen Max compared to the P16. Okay, now let's give you some tests. Here's a sample of both of the speakers in use. As you saw, both had bottom panel speakers, but only the P16 has upward facing speakers. Here's a sample so you can check it out. And both have webcams along the top bezel. Here's a sample of the webcam so you can see them for yourself. This is a sample of the webcam on the ASUS ProArt P16 from 2025, and a little sample of the audio for you as well. This is the webcam on the HP Omen Max 16, and a little sample of the audio for you as well. And lastly, the keyboard and the trackpad. I want you to be able to hear them for yourselves. Here's a test so you can hear what the noise sounds like. All right, now let's talk about the performance and specs of each of these devices. And now, if you're curious about the exact pricing and availability of the devices I'm talking about here in the video, head down in the description below and click those links. If you do make a purchase, I'll get a small commission, but at no extra cost to you. But of course, that's what keeps this channel alive and the helpful content coming your way. I'm so grateful when y'all use those links. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about CPU. We have the Intel Core Ultra 9 285HX, 24 cores, 24 threads, versus the ASUS ProArt P16 with the AMD Ryzen AI9 HX 370, 12 cores, 24 threads. Now they both come with the RTX 5090 with 24 gigs of VRAM. However, like I mentioned earlier, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, the HP Omen Max has a 175 watts of maximum graphics power versus the 130 watts of maximum graphics power in the ASUS ProArt P16. Now what's maximum graphics power if you don't know? Basically, it's the amount of allowable power that the system can send to the GPU. And so by limiting that power, you get better power efficiency, cooler thermals, but you also limit the amount of performance that the computer is capable of, which, because it's 175 watts of maximum graphics power, it's a thicker device, and so that it's able to cool and ventilate better. If you put 175 watts of maximum graphics power in the P16, it would most likely overheat the system, and therefore they have to limit the maximum graphics power because of the thin and lightness of this device. Thicker chassis with bigger thermal capacity can handle that 175 watts of maximum graphics power. Okay, for the HP Omen Max, on the model I have here, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 upgradable RAM slots, and 2 upgradable storage. For the ProArt P16, 64 gigs of RAM, no upgradable RAM, 4 terabytes of storage with 2 upgradable M.2 slots. So upgradable RAM versus non-upgradable RAM, 64 gigs installed versus 32, but kind of bouncing out with that more powerful CPU. Okay, now let's go ahead and check out the simulated benchmarks, just so you can see the difference in the CPU performance, because it's always interesting to see what the Cinebench simulated benchmarks tell us versus what, and Geekbench, versus what the real world performance tests tell us, and what a computer is actually capable of. Geekbench and Cinebench have come up on the screen, and now let's go ahead and move on to Photoshop. Now inside of Photoshop, you can see the ProArt P16 scores a 9,244 versus the HP Omen Max with an 8,227, almost 1,000 points difference. You could upgrade that RAM to 64 gigs of RAM, and you're gonna be far closer to the P16, because RAM is very important inside of Photoshop. Now going ahead and moving down the line to 3D modeling, you can see the HP Omen Max is really gonna take the lead with that beefier, total graphics power or maximum graphics power allowable in the system. So 393 versus the 316. Now going ahead and moving on to Autodesk Maya, again, 622 versus 425. Really, kind of smashing down by 200 points. PTC Creo, we have a 441 versus a 370, a little bit closer there. And then finally, SolidWorks, we have a 151 versus a 128. So pretty close there as well. Now let's go ahead and move on to Playback inside of Premiere Pro. Now looking at Playback, we have 0 drop frames for the P16 for everything except for the 8K B-RAW. Really awesome to see 8K B-RAW performing so well out of the P16, even with that lower maximum graphics power. We have 707 for 8K B-RAW and 154 for 8K red footage. Now looking at the HP Omen, we have 274 for B-RAW and only 12 for 8K red footage. So good bit better in 8K B-RAW, but most people, what I know is most people are shooting either 4K and some people are shooting 6K. So next thing we're gonna take a look at is the 4K export time. We have a 1 minute and 48 seconds out of the HP Omen Max and a 2:19 out of the ASUS ProArt P16. Now looking at 6K, this is where things tighten up a bit. 12 minutes and 15 seconds versus 13 minutes and 42 seconds. So if you're a 6K B-RAW user like myself, really both laptops are gonna be great choices for you. If I'm making a purchasing decision here, if I were a 3D modeler, I would really lean towards the HP Omen Max. You're gonna have that higher ceiling for 3D modeling softwares. Put in the 64 gigs of RAM and this thing is gonna perform like crazy. And you still have great color accuracy, you still got a great keyboard. The trackpad is okay, but overall you have a machine that is ready to punch some 3D modeling projects. Now, if you're an artist, photographer, or video editor and you want absolute color gamut range and razor sharp pixel clarity, with the opportunity to plug in an SD card, have a great professional keyboard, and an awesome trackpad for on the go, then I'm gonna lean you towards the P16 because you're only getting slightly more performance out of that 175 watts of maximum graphics power versus the 130. So overall, for everything else outside of say 3D modeling and very advanced like motion design work, I'm gonna push you towards the P16. It's a thin and light package, it's consolidated, and it really meets the needs of creators. HP Omen Max is still a great model, but that's where I'm gonna put it. Links in the description if you're ready to make a purchase or you wanna check the live pricing, or click or tap the screen here for more videos to help you with your buying decision. I'll see you in the next one.